Hey guys, it's your brother in Christ, Weston. Thanks for joining me today. So today's article comes out of End Times Headlines. Let's get into it. Okay, it says here, Ukraine agrees to 30-day ceasefire. Will Russia accept? Now, um, to add fuel to a really, really big fire, I swear I just saw, um, yes, Moscow struck by massive barrage of drones in the largest attack of the Ukraine war. That came out, what was that today that this came out? Um, March 11th, so today. And then I see this here, there's a 30-day ceasefire. And so I'm in my mind, I'm like, well, it's a great day to do a ceasefire, but it's also a great day for it not to go through when you just did a something like this to Moscow. So I mean, it's not like Ukraine's not able to defend themselves. What I'm saying is like you just picked an odd day to do a ceasefire at this point, unless maybe it's the best day. Show of force. We're not playing around. Ceasefire. Great. Who knows? Okay, let's read. It says here Ukraine has signaled its willingness to embrace a U.S. negotiated ceasefire plan aimed at halting the ongoing conflict with Russia, provided Moscow agrees to the terms. The proposal, which emerged from high level talks in Saudi Arabia, marks a potential turning point in the war that ravaged Ukraine for over 3 years. Ukraine agreed to an immediate 30-day ceasefire following more than 7 hours of negotiation in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, between American and Ukrainian delegation. The agreement stipulates that ceasefire would take effect only if Russia reciprocates, a condition that underscores the fragile nature of the proposal. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky welcomed the plan, stating, "We see it as a positive step and we are ready to take it," while urging the United States to convince Russia to follow suit. Funny enough, urging them when he was just asking for all the money to go to war with them. I don't get it. That's I'm telling you, something is weird about that. Um, if Russia agrees, silence will take effect immediately, he added, emphasizing the potential for a comprehensive halt to hostilities across the front lines, including missile and drone attacks. As reported by NBC, the joint statement of the U.S. and Ukrainian delegations noted that the initial 30-day ceasefire would be extended by mutual consent, offering a glimmer of hope for a longer-term de-escalation. That's good news. Um, the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who attended the talks, has been tasked with the critical role of persuading Russia, a challenge given Moscow's historical reluctance to bow to Western led initiatives. Posts on X echoed this, with users sharing links to articles and expressing a mix of cautious optimism and skepticism. The sentiment online reflects a broader public uncertainty about whether Russia will accept the terms, especially given the Kremlin's past insistence on territorial concessions from Ukraine, demands that Kiev and its allies repeatedly rejected. Others new outlets have provided extensive coverage as of 2:15, March 11th, but the story is gaining traction in the negotiation in Saudi Arabia, and a natural venue signals a shift towards diplomatic efforts after months of intensified fighting. Zelensky stated a quoted, excuse me, Zelensky stated and quoted by NBC Connecticut, framed the ceasefire as a chance to pause, not just for missile drones and bombs. Not just in the Black Sea, but also in the entire front line. Okay. A scope that would offer significant relief to Ukrainian civilians and soldiers alike. However, the plan's success hinges on Russia's response, which remains uncertain. Moscow has not issued an official statement as of writing this. The track record suggests a hard line stance. Analysts point out that Russia may view the ceasefire as a tactical pause rather than a step towards peace, potentially using its regroup rather than negotiate in good faith. Potentially using it to regroup. Oh, I see. U.S.'s ability to sway Russian leadership, possibly through backdoor channels or economic incentives, will be crucial. The development comes amid broader discussions in U.S. foreign policy, as evidenced by trending topics on X, including a recent clash between Elon and Senator Mark Kelly over Ukraine support. While not directly tied to ceasefire, such debates highlight the polarized view on America's role in the conflict. Exactly, like it hinges on us for it to stop, which could influence the Biden administration's next move. For now, maybe that meant Trump's. For now, Ukraine's conditional agreement has injected a dose of cautious hope in a war marked by unrelenting violence. As the world watches, the ball is in Russia's court and the clock is ticking, and whether this U.S. led initiative can silence the guns, and even temporarily. Yeah, I mean, if somehow you can do that, I mean, I literally don't know with what I just read earlier. Um, Moscow struck by massive barrage of drones in of Ukraine war. This happened. It was the largest drone attack that Moscow has ever received there were 337 Ukrainian drones overnight, and not all of those hit. It says CNN highlighted the timing of the assault, pointing out its proximity to a planned meeting between U.S. and Ukrainian officials in Saudi Arabia. So they were planning on doing it. Yikes, man! That just feels like undermining. Like you're really undermining peace. But then you want to hit them and then do it? Like I don't get it, man. This is, I mean, this is not to blame Ukraine because Russia is the one that started this. But if you really want peace, Ukraine, then you need to make the steps to do it by not adding fuel to the fire that's already coming your way, and you need the relief. Or then asking for billions and billions of dollars from Europe and other nations, and then go out and then sign a peace treaty. Like something feels off about this. I don't know. Like I don't know. Ukraine is analysts suggest that Ukraine may have intended the drone strikes as demonstration military reach. Yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, this is I I would hope that this is what's going to take place. Do I think it's going to? Well, everything says here that the Russians have a hardline stance and would rather not bend the knee to Western leadership, or just Western led anything, which then serves as an issue, right? Like this is going to be an issue for them, and that's probably more out of pride than it is out of being logical. And pride, pride goes before the fall kind of situation. So I don't know. I don't know, but I saw this and I saw those two things. I wanted to talk about them right quick because we are still talking about this, and it's just super serious. If Ukraine is looking to have a 30-day ceasefire, that's 30 days for both to just back off and be like, hey, okay, um, this is man, I don't get that. I just feel like something else is undermining, or what was the point of knowing this was going to happen and then doing a drone attack and then do this? Like I don't understand what the plan was there. Like I don't know. It feels like a compromising of a peace plan that you want to happen, but you want to have a show of force and maybe take out some of their you know, high personnel or high leaders that are in high places. I have no idea. I don't know. Something feels weird. I don't know. Anyways, guys, that's the video. If you like the video, be sure to like the video. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think about the barrage of drones on Moscow, and then to follow up with this. What do you think the connection is there? The wheels are churning. I'm just trying hard to spit something out right now because I don't. It feels like an undermining for sure. Even if you're the victim, like you want to get out of this situation, and that right there is not going to help if you actually want it, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyways, that's video. I'll see you in the next one.